Hey, what's up? It's Kit time for another video, and today we're gonna make a buzzbait. And what I'm doing here is something that I'm correcting. Okay, there's a few things that I really don't like about the traditional buzzbait. First is that you can't change hooks. Okay, that just kills me. Second is that the what do you call this? The weight is too light. So this is 24 grams right here. 24 grams. This will enable me to cast real far. All right. So we're correcting something today. All right. What we're doing is making a buzzbait that you would be able to swap hooks with. So you can have a double hook. You can have a single. Okay. And I'm going to make this weedless. Okay. There's a tutorial already that shows how to do it. And as you can see, the orientation of the eye is flat. Okay. Like so. So what we're going to do is actually make the eye the same orientation as that, so that when we put split rings, or when we put just the double hooks or the single, we can change it. We want a trailer, we can put this. Okay, single with a trailer and the weed guard, double with the weed guard, can be done. Alrighty, this is TIG wire or welding rod. I don't know what the size is, but it's thin. I think it's the thinnest that you can find or something. Sorry guys, but anyway, let's measure, see exactly what, because I have a measurement tool here, caliper, and it is about 1 mm, all right, or 1.5 mm. Yeah, about 1.5 mm. There we go. So this is 1.5 mm wire. Now, very first thing is to figure out exactly the length that we need. And well, I'll tell you what. I'm not even gonna start there. What I will do is actually let's see here if it actually fits. If it doesn't, then like I'm inserting a bead or trying to insert a bead here. And if it doesn't do that, guess what? I have another bead that would be able to do it because I did it with this. So this bead, I know. There we go. So it fits. Now we know that we can fit the blade. So I'm kind of working backwards here. Okay. And then from there, I'm going to put this. Okay, so that's kind of like the all right, and then we can bend the end. Okay, like so. All right, then bend it. There we go. So if we bend it, that thing doesn't go anywhere. Right, now we can cut that bit. There we go. So that's cut and that's not going anywhere. Okay. So we need to give it some allowance so that doesn't mess up by accident. Now, what we can do is we can bend this. Now remember, the orientation of this is going down. Okay, that's your 90 degrees. Hold on, let's actually really emphasize that. Take this right here, grip, and then just bend down. Okay, I want this really 90 degrees. There we go. So okay, bang, not going anywhere. Okay, we want this to be a bit loose. Okay, we don't want that to actually go anywhere. Now, give it space, about yay much. And then we bend down 90 degrees. Okay. See, now you have that. Okay. Now, take this. We want to form an eye. Again, has to be there. Okay. Like so. See how that's bent? Make sure that there. So we're bending this like so, and then like that. We want this to be as bang. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, that kind of hits. What we want is to just take this, bend it out like so. Right? Now you have that. Just a little bit, okay? You don't want it too much. Now, you don't also want it crooked, so you have to really straighten it, okay? So, what I want here is for this to be kind of straight, okay? There we go. I want this like that. So you have the bend there where you tie your line, and this doesn't really do anything. See, and your line tie is there. Okay. Now, what I want is to ensure that this is straight because I don't want this running crooked. Okay, there we go. So, just a tad bent like that. Now you have this running like that, and you have this piece of wire. Now, what I want to do so that it's easier to work with is just to cut this over here. Make it a tad longer so that I don't have a hard time. Alrighty? Now, whether you like it or not, this is gonna run like that. Okay? That's why I want it as close as possible also. Okay? Now, what I want to do is bend this in. Like so. Okay? There we go. More like an R. Okay. There. See? So I like it like that because there we go. I want it to be as close as possible. Make it flat as well. As flat as possible. Alright. There we go. Okay. Now you can see how close the wire is because I want it to have like a really good attraction. Now what I want here, okay, is for this to kind of run parallel. So you see why I did this, right? Is because what happens when you're running this is that it will try to actually turn because of this. So the farther this is with the tie-in point, okay, the more it would be not likely to twist. So what I'm doing here is making, okay, now let's close that up, just like that. If you want to put a sleeve there, you can as well, but just being able to clamp it like that is fine. All right. Now, what I want to do is do that and then bend it a little bit here. There. Okay. Now my weight, when I put my weight, put it here. Okay. So my weight, as you can see there, okay, stops there. Okay, most of the time the weight's gonna be here. I'm gonna put mine there. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is, because remember, this kind of counteracts. See, the weight counters it. It should be that the weight is going like that. So when this runs in the water, the weight counters the spin and it's gonna run like that. Okay. Now, I want my line tie to be pointing up a little bit. Okay, for that, this needs to get adjusted. There we go. Then this, we need to bend it more. Okay. Alrighty. So, with your weight, and we can color the weight if you want. Right now, there's just kind of no point to it. Okay, so there we go. Okay, and then what we could do is actually put some beads here before we put the eye. Take a couple, okay, like so. That's one, that's two. Just to give it like a bit of distance, okay. If you want, you could also put the beads right here, okay. Now, don't worry about this because of the water, it's just gonna get pushed there anyway. Okay, so this kind of just keeps it so that it doesn't move forward. Even if it stays there, the water will push this, and then there's going to be a little bit of squeak from this contact right here. Okay, so but that's a very good place. Okay, now what we want is to make sure that this is actually straight, parallel. Okay, so there we go. So see, that's how you know. Bang. So it's balanced. You can see it straight up like that. Okay, so a little bit sideways crooked right there, but bang, that's it. All right, so once you have that, you know that it's gonna run straight. Okay, now we just need to actually put an eye. Now we want it flat so that we can put this like so that it rides like that, or a weedless version of this so that it goes like that, with both with split rings. That's it. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Now, if you think that this is still not enough, then yeah, go ahead and actually adjust it. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of a gap here. Okay, about that much. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of a gap there because what we want to do is to put the skirt right there, that placement. Okay, so best way to do this is to just get the space that you want. Okay, now here's a pro tip right there. Okay, and then kind of bend it from there, and then you'll know that that's the space you want. Now take your pliers, like so, bend, okay, and then bang. That's where your eye is gonna be, right there. Okay, so go like that. Okay, now what you want is to just squeeze it a little bit, like so. Now, I always use this because it makes it easier. Okay, now for this, you don't need more than 2 turns. So that's 1. Want it tight. Okay. 1. 2. Okay, from there, no Toman is ever going to break that. Now, just clip it. There we go. And then just break it. Okay. All right. So you have that space for your skirt. You have that for your hook and your split ring, and make sure that there. Okay. Now let's go ahead and actually put the skirt on. So I'm sure you're curious to see how it looks like. So you can have one of these, or you could have like the just the stuff that you actually just put on. Okay, this is for the tie rubber as well. You can see, looks good. Okay, now we could just have a split ring, which we have here. Okay, and you could choose whether you like a solid ring or a double hook or a single hook. So there we go. Let's just say you have a weed guard already installed on that, and then the same thing. Okay, let's put it like so, and you can paint this whatever color you want. And there we go. That is it. Okay, so again, you could put a single hook. You could put this type of hook if you want, or a bigger hook. Okay, depends. And you have something that can cast a mile, moves like a premium buzzbait, and this Doesn't cost much. DIY. There we go. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit so that you guys can see how it looks like. Okay, there we go. Good for Toman. Snakehead. Could probably even catch bass. All right, so medium heavy, cast out, boom. I think this is something that's gonna work. If you want 2 blades, you can put it there. Okay, so these actually go on opposite directions. I could have put it there. I chose not to. If I want to put it there, okay, I'm gonna have to bend that out, let's say. Okay. Okay, like so. Take this off, put this on. Now here's a tip. Just ream it, okay, if it doesn't fit. There we go. Again, this. Bang. Okay. I'm gonna put this on like so. There we go. That'll spin. That'll spin really well. Okay. Now I need another bead as a spacer. Okay, so I'm gonna try one and see if it doesn't, if it works. If it works, then it'll be great, because it kind of means that, okay, the hole on that isn't this. Okay, kind of difficult, but we'll make it work. Ouch! That hurt. Okay, so I just need kind of a handle because it's not perfectly straight, so doesn't go in. We need one. So what we need here is just a spacer, so that this has a space between, okay? And it would make it so that it won't meet. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. Okay, now we just have to put it back. Hopefully we have space. All right, so there we go. So that won't meet that. Okay, now for this, we just put another one of these beads. All right. There, okay? That's not going anywhere. See? So this goes that direction, this goes that direction, and that we just kind of bend a bit, and it won't matter anymore. So I mean, even with that, just bang, just like that. Okay, make sure that both of these actually spin. So yeah, that's it. It's that easy. And you have a buzzbait that actually moves becomes very noisy. So this gives off a different signature, that gives off a different signature, and they actually move in different directions like that. Okay, now you can put super glue on that so that it doesn't move, and you have a reassurance that it doesn't move. Okay, do away with that, but that's it. As you can see there, actually really good. It's a good looking DIY buzzbait, if I say so myself. Alrighty, so that's it for now. Hope you learned something. Actually gonna try this over at the swimming pool near here, or I could actually just go over to, let's say, the Philippines, or even somewhere close by to test it out. But I really want to swim this back home. That's something that is a bit of a goal. Alrighty. Okay, so that's it. Hope you learned something. This is ready for testing. Pretty sure that this will catch Toman. I actually want to change this with a single hook, like what we discussed earlier, because I really think that this will shine so well with that hook right there. Okay, so this type of hook with a little bit of a trailer, and then weedless, and definitely something that would catch the snakeheads back home. Alrighty, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't yet, click on that subscribe button if you haven't yet. If you want to learn with your friends, click on the share button. Alrighty. And if you have questions or reactions on this, share. If you want to share your thoughts, click on the comments. Alrighty, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Class dismissed.